Special thanks to the guys and gals over the Adam the Woo Criticism subreddit for the compiling of majority of those photos. You folks are fantastic. You know, we're not too far removed from those carefree, exciting days in Astoria. Adam the Woo had the time of his life, but it was time to go home.
彼は日本に来るって言ったでしょう。
Oh, Japanese Woovians, I'm sorry. I got your hopes up. I do apologize. Shizai shimos.
パッシングスループロダクションズは最悪だ。
Well, that's not very nice. Listen, Madamu. I don't even think Adam intended to be gone internationally. I think he gave everybody the big swerve. Unless he only got shamed into coming home to Florida by his sister. It was his mom's birthday. I would assume he wanted to be home for it, but we'll never know with Woo.
And it's going to be a lengthy flight, but for now I'm going to go to the lounge, have a halfway, well, probably a more than halfway delicious meal, and then relax a little bit. And I'm hoping I could sleep on the plane and then arrive in Florida in the morning.
And arrive back in Florida, thankfully he did. And he said he spent the day with his parents and his sister, no doubt celebrating his mom. Good for him. He took a day off. He should. He doesn't have to tell anybody. Just take a day off. Even when he takes the day off, he has to announce it all over his social media networks for fear of Woovians nationwide jumping out into traffic. So maybe it is a good thing that he tells people. Adam lets us know that he is socially drained, again, on social media. The irony apparently lost on the Woo. Adam is noticing that he doesn't bounce back from these long trips like he used to. So he enjoys that first day off and he's like, you know what? I'm going to sleep some more. I'm going to rest some more. I'm going to be recharged. I'm going to take another day. So Adam takes 2 full days off for the first time in months. And then, well, I think we all know what time it is. Walk and talk, baby.
Welcome, everyone. Adam the Woo here. As the recording of this, it is Wednesday, June 11th, 2025.
Yesterday, really did nothing. With the exception of going out to quit my tea, didn't do anything but sleep, rest, watch some baseball, watch some TV, listen to some records, stare at the wall.
And for the most part, if you're a Woovian that follows his Instagram, you know what he did yesterday because he puts it up there. That he watched Ray's baseball. That he watched the Goonies. Yes, believe it or not, he returned from Astoria to watch the Goonies at home in celebration. Okay. But the thing that jumped out to me in what he just said was that he just stared at the wall. Adam the Woo is really wanting to sell that he was overstimulated, that he was just burnt out, had had enough from this last trip. He needed a recharge, he needed a break.
Really, this last trip I went to the last few years of my life, really, have really confirmed the fact that I am a complete introvert and very antisocial.
Introvert, no. You may not be as extroverted as some, but you are no introvert. You've spent 15 years showing how you're not an introvert. Antisocial? Yes. And I think that can be shown by this right here.
And I went to the oldest operating, I believe not the first, I think I said it was the first and everyone quickly corrected me.
This has been a recurring theme for Woo of late. He is losing control of his own comment section. That drives him crazy. Now, how would people set him straight really quickly? Unless he immediately went back and looked at the comments. He only responds to maybe, let's say, 50 on a good day. But he's reading far more than that.
They have a photo of that oldest operating Starbucks at the Starbucks here in Celebration. I'm going to go get a piping hot caffeinated beverage from there, show the photo, and then have a little walk and talk about me.
So a talk about you, that's the theme of every walk and talk, Adam. But he is going a little bit different with this one. Views were abysmal for the Goonies destination. Adam laid out quite a bit of coin, did not see much return on that investment. had to pay for a bud to come down there with him, and had far more people than he liked approach him. We heard some of the instances of it in the audio on those Goonies videos. You didn't see many people meet him other than the ones that Adam finally curated that he wanted to be on camera. But a lot of people came up to him. He was not comfortable with how long they stayed. So that's part of the purpose of this video.
Not really doing much today either. Today's going to be kind of a relaxing day as well, but I wanted to chime in.
And that's the reason number 2 for this video is the fact that the walk and talk is the poor man's day off. Adam likes to put out a walk and talk almost like clockwork whenever he returns from a trip. It's an easy way to put out a video, get fairly decent views because the Woovians are like, oh gosh, what is he going to talk about? Adam will tease that it's some major proclamation for next year, or he's feeling bad, or the trolls are terrible. It's a great method of delivering that to the fans, getting that boost in views. He loves it.
Especially when returning from road trips, travels. Maybe when I get home, first couple days when I return after trips. Maybe I'll start taking a couple days here and there just to regroup and get my mindset again.
And of course, we've heard all this before. He should take more time off. I think his content would be better for it. But we hear this frequently from Adam, and then he'll go another 3 months straight and be like, well, I'm a creature of habit.
Working spot acquired. It's not really the travel that wears me out. It's the groups, socializing, lack of sleep. I didn't really sleep a lot. I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that I was up till 1:30 every morning editing and stuff, and then getting up at 5:30, 6 a.m., finishing editing, and then back into the fold.
Oh, wow. Folks, I got to call bovine scatology on a lot of this. Is there some editing that goes on with Adam's videos? Yes. And maybe there's more editing than we realize of things that Adam cuts out that he thinks shouldn't be in the video. But I think it's minimal. You cannot tell me, based on what we see, based on what he leaves in, you cannot tell me that there are hours of footage that never makes it into the day's video. That's just not possible. At most, I could see Adam maybe cutting out 10 to 15 minutes of footage. People that he thinks may not want to be in the video, people that he doesn't want to be in the video, things that happened, things that were said maybe. There's no rhyme or reason to his videos. He just puts it out there, so I can't go along with that.
What kind of label to put on it? I don't know what kind of title to put on it. I don't even know what to say about it. Call it being an introvert. Call it being very antisocial. Probably neither one of those words apply to the way my brain works, the way my mind works, the way my psyche is when it comes to things, but I am both of those things. Well, not a doctor or psychiatrist or have any knowledge of what the terminology is.
I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV.
Yes, by all means, let the YouTube professionals at YouTube MD diagnose you. Often said, never proven, you might be diabetic. You might have autism. It might be time to get snipped. Let them make the call. And of course, Woovians are eating this up because they are introverted. I would say many a Woovian never leave their home for various reasons. And for many of them, they can't help that. Some sort of disability in place. I completely understand that. But what a powerful message that Adam could deliver here. You know what? I'm in my early 50s. I've never sought psychiatric help. I'm going to do that. There are some things that overwhelm me, and even though this is my job, even though I seem like I'm always in control, I'm not. How powerful a message would that be to his fan base? But no, I'm just going to keep going on.
But if you were to take my comfort level, there was some way to measure me being at ease, it would be right now.
I'm also a little skeptical that this is the full story. I think a lot of this, and I would categorize this as my third reason that he did this walk and talk, was to help distance himself from the proclamation of the nationwide meet and greets that changed, overnight. It was already lessened. It was going to be fewer days, and now he just doesn't talk about it at all. He brings it up here for the first time in quite a while. But Adam the Woo has done everything in his power to take away all responsibility whatsoever. He feels like the fans should not feel that he owes them anything. But as much as he's trying to take away them giving him money, them contacting him, them sending him presents, etc., they still come up to him. And he's not been able to stop that. And he would like to, with the understanding that he knows he's going to have some brief interactions, because if he has too many negative ones, there are negative ones out there, but if he has too many of those, it's going to be a detriment to his channel.
Again, one-on-one, if I'm hanging out with one person, the comfort level is pretty much on par. I would say not quite as comfortable as being alone, but still feel pretty comfortable. But once you add on another person, a third person, a fourth person, the comfort level diminishes a little bit, goes down a little bit. And once you get into a big group setting, then I'm just really kind of off the rails mentally. From an outsider's perspective, people will probably think, oh, this guy's an extrovert. He loves being around people, loves talking. But the reality is, I'm kind of just doing it out of nervousness.
So again, why plan a nationwide meet and greet tour that you don't want to do, really have no intentions of doing? I will say he got panicked very quickly, and quicker than any other proclamation he's ever done, began to backtrack almost immediately. It's okay to be nervous. Everybody's nervous. I have sung in auditoriums. I have given speeches in front of thousands of people at corporate gatherings. I got nervous each and every time. I'll get nervous in whatever work endeavors I do this week, next, and beyond. But you do it. That's just a normal part of life. And there are some people that have crippling anxiety and crippling depression, and they can't just roll with the punches. I get that. But either seek professional help or quit trying to work it out via a walk and talk. I don't think it's helpful, in my opinion.
When I got home the other day, I have some things throughout the course of the year. I'm doing a lot of international traveling coming up. In fact, less than a week, I will be in a give or take a day.
Shot to the heart of the trolls.
I will be on international soil, doing some things. Another country, knocking off one country every month this year, staying the course.
Gonna be polishing off the sixth one. January, February, March, April, May, now June. Right, is that 6 months? Yes, June. The sixth country in 6 months.
Yeah, one country a month, and then soon after that, one in July.
Then you know what? One in August. September comes along. October. Heck, November too. Then December rears its head. Yeah, we get it. We get it. One a month.
But I also have a lot of activities, festivities, festivals, events, theme parky-esque stuff. Halloween is around the corner. Conventions, hootenannies, hullabaloo that's going to be transpiring. There's going to be around lots of people, which some of those I've already booked.
I think there's a lot more at play here as well. Adam is tired about being questioned about certain events. Are you going to be here for the first day? Are you going to be here for the last day? He's very tired of being asked about Epic Universe. He really doesn't want you to ask him about anything. And he's also tired of trying to keep up with the Joneses, the Trackers, the Paging Mr. Morrows, etc. He can't beat them at their game. He's going to play his game. And honestly, that's smart. You can't do the things everybody else is doing. Because for the most part, Others are doing it better. Adam's going to opt out.
Again, when I started doing videos, it was kind of a way to put myself out there without really having, to be around a lot of people, to make small talk. I feel like when there's a group, even when it's a group of close friends, I feel like once you get more than 3 people, 4 people, in my own mind, I feel like no one's listening to me.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I think a therapist would spend a few days just on that thought. No one's listening to Adam. But Adam, what about when everybody that's there, the crowd that's there, is there just to see you? They're listening to everything.
Growing up, I really was not around a lot of people. My dad was a minister. He moved around a lot to different Christian churches that he preached at across the South, and then also into Oklahoma, and then southern states, the panhandle of Florida, central Florida, etc. Moved here in 91 when I was 17. I took my GED, never went to high school. In fact, I went to a Christian school in Niceville, Florida, Rocky Bayou Christian, from 4th grade through 7th grade. And after that, was homeschooled.
So Adam has mentioned all of this before, but it has been years in between when he does. He took the GED versus going to high school. His parents wanted him to go to high school. He asked to take the GED. They said you could if you promised to go to college, which he did. And he's told us he went to 1 semester of Bible college. He's trying to further say that he doesn't like being around groups. And that's fine. You don't need evidence to suggest why it makes sense. It makes sense because you want it, because it's what you feel.
I've always been to myself and a weird one.
You know, and maybe this is the case. Maybe the persona that Adam put on for the first several years of the channel was not really him. I get that. People play a part. One thing we know about Adam to be true, 100%, is that he repeats himself, and he does it in this video a lot. But thankfully, we moved past about the 5th time he's told us how his school breakdown happened.
Started working, thankfully, I was able to start working retail, starting at Publix in 91. Yeah, I was so shy, so to myself. Couldn't even communicate with people.
I picture Adam being like the character of Nell, just barking at people in the Publix. Yeah, we need some apples up front. But thankfully, he got out of that. And, you know, Woovians, again, are eating this up. They love every part of this. And the comments were just one right after another. That was me. That was me. I was that person. People described me that way. Yeah.
Know anyone watching or anyone that I've met in person or I'm friends with is probably going to say that you don't know what you're saying. You're fine. And I am. But I just wanted to put that out there.
Adam, I'm going to tell you some hard truths. You aren't fine. You know you're not fine. Your friends know you're not fine. Your vlogger friends are concerned about you. They look after you. They watch you at events. They check in with you just to make sure you're okay. They're worried about you. You need some sort of professional help. You can't work through those problems via YouTube. It's never going to work. I don't think there is anybody watching my video that wants bad things to happen to you. I really don't. You should seek some form of help.
I'll be out at places, you know, conventions, theme parks, etc. People come up and say hi. I always am willing to take a photo, a little fist bump, a handshake, even a hug, if that's your thing. Feel free. I'm always comfortable to meet people. Where the uncomfortable thing comes in is after a few moments, I don't know what to say. I don't know where to lead the conversation.
Adam repeats this a bunch during this video. This is one of those major takeaways that he wants Woovians in particular to take away from this. He realizes, again, he's got to be cordial to an extent. Some people you just can't please. You're going to meet some people that expect you to do the shonk-a-conk-a-conk and just go through all that. And maybe Adam's got a headache, has had a bad day. Completely get that. And I think for the most part, people that meet him have a good interaction. Some don't. He's tried to give tips on don't bother him when he's eating, don't bother him when he's filming. And now he wants you to know if you do bother him and he does a picture with you and he hugs you and all this kind of stuff, leave very shortly after and get to it. If you're wanting an autograph, if you're wanting a picture, he really doesn't want the small talk. He wants you to go.
Maybe you don't get the experience that you were thinking I was going to present. Because immediately when someone approaches me, I just don't know what to say. And a lot of that stems from being in a comfort zone. Like right now, I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm feeling good.
And I would say these rules that Adam wants you to follow apply to fan only. If you're a female aged 20 to 30, if you're a celebrity, a mover and a shaker, Adam's going to be okay with you coming up pretty much whenever.
I probably no reason to even talk about this, but I just figured I would share.
Well, I mean, these walk and talks aren't going to walk and talk themselves. They need a central theme. The next portion of our programming is, oh yeah, those meet and greets. About that.
And I still would like to do that. And I think in those situations, maybe I could handle it because I'm prepared for it. I'm ready for it. Be more of an organized type of thing.
Well, I mean, you hope it's run and organized. And basically, Adam, of course, remember the last thing he said on it was throwing it out to fan-run organizations, putting it off of him completely. If you want the meet and greet tour to happen, well, somebody out there put it together, because Adam sure as heck is not going to. And he says if it does happen, it'll go better, because just trust him, it will. He says he doesn't like crowds, but that crowd will be A-okay.
Point in my life, I don't really get lonely. Loneliness is a word that is not in my vocabulary.
Well, I mean, Adam, let's be honest, there are a lot of words that aren't in your vocabulary.
Now, I do miss people. There are people, if I don't see them for a while, that I'm close friends with, people that I love, loved ones, acquaintances. Now, I do miss their companionship and seeing them and hanging out with them on occasion. I don't really feel lonely, so if I was to be sitting right here by myself, just sitting here staring at the lake right there, all alone, I would be in complete contentment. Contentment.
Confusing. Adam goes through yet again another scenario of what it would be like if people were here and how he would be uncomfortable and how he would wish he was alone. We get it. We get it.
How that fountain works. Like, that's the way my mind would go, and I would immediately think, how does that fountain work?
I don't think that's a problem at all. I think it's the fact that you don't take that curiosity and do anything with it. You never do find out. You just mention over years, I wonder how that works.
Why is he around people? Because it's not all the time. I have to have that 50-50 time, and I feel like I haven't really been giving myself enough of the time to just kind of be alone with my own thoughts.
And here's where my sympathy really begins to wane, because of course we have the boy king, Adam, Prince of Disney, who simply can't have the free time that he wants to have and still get paid the amount that he wants for his lifestyle. He hates vlogging at this point. Well, Adam, this is the corner you've backed yourself into. You can take that me time whenever you want it. You could put out 2 to 3 videos a week instead of the 7 that you normally do and be fine. There's nothing stopping you but you. Adam's even felt the need to tell people of late how he can't go to Disney like he used to. Those times are over when he could just go and enjoy it. Boo-hoo. I'm sorry that on every time you go to Disney, and the fact that you go to Disney more times in a month than many people do in their lifetime, you have 5 or 10 people that might recognize you for a few minutes. I think that's an okay cross to bear for this lifestyle.
really not doing the final day goodbyes anymore. And a lot of it's not because I don't cherish and love those attractions. It's just the day does not turn into what I think it's going to turn into. And again, I've already stated how I am with convos with big groups of people.
Oh, folks, I'm almost at a loss here. So Adam doesn't want to attend these final day or first day because it just never lives up to his expectations. Not only from a entertainment aspect, for the people around him, they just let him down. Really?
I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just kind of, the words are just flowing out of my mouth because I don't feel that there's a comfort level with silence.
Adam, no one is here with you right now. You control the editing of this video. Do you think that I have just in one stream of consciousness said everything that I have on this video? No. There have been lots of pauses. There have been lots of redos. You control that.
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical.
But in my brain, I'm not.
I'm kinda not comfortable. But right off the bat, just walk up, say hi. Always down to say hi to anyone. Have a little fist bump, little photo. 5 minutes into a conversation, I'm kinda ready to just move on.
Today, the rest of the day, gonna go back, watch some TV, stare at the wall, and not be around anyone. These are the countries I've been to so far this year, 1 per month.
And of course, we hear all this yet again. He goes through the whole pin and magnet situation. He'll take us to the corridor of goons. We've heard it so many times before. This episode has been taxing, very mentally taxing. Adam put us through a lot of mental gymnastics. He's not okay. He is okay. He likes crowds. He doesn't like crowds. He wants you to come up to him. He'd really rather you not come up to him for long. We heard it over and over and over again. But it was a good topic for a walk and talk. It should do good. It has really resonated with the fans. And I think it's put up the barrier with them that he wants to be there. And I would say in terms of people coming up to him, they're going to be hesitant to do so. So for Adam, this is going to be a win. So we've gotten through it. Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks for getting me and Lori to 8,000 subscribers. You're awesome. Never anticipated getting there. You guys are fantastic. I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, I want to shout out the people that just watch this on TV that aren't able to comment, or people that just don't want to comment in general. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world. Going to be a new song on the end of this video, so I'll go ahead and kind of bow out now. I have one more little portion that I talk over here in just a second, but then you'll hear a song. I've been Aaron with Passing Through Productions. You folks are fantastic. Thank you.
Probably show this as well. Disney sent me this. Could have probably put that magnet on the fridge beforehand. Gold member, so this is something that I pay every year. I think it's like $100 a year, which gets you gold member access to D23 and gives you first dibs on tickets for the D23 Expo, stuff like that.
So based on all of the things that Adam has here, I think it's more likely the $2.99 plan. I don't think this is him lying. I think Adam genuinely doesn't know what he spends on things. I think money goes out so easily and so frivolously. He may think this is the $99 plan. I could be wrong. There's probably people out there that may see this that are members at the $99 plan and they get all this stuff. But all the pins, magnets, the other paraphernalia that he got, I don't think it's just at the $99 plan, but I could be wrong.
Adam the Woo got a flex. Only the best for him. the things he likes. And don't approach him on the street, and if you do, make it quick. First class living is the only way for Adam to woo. He likes to travel and see the world. Takes us with him. Through the lens of his camera, his commentary and error make the experience that much better. And don't you on the street and